We're here in Bridgewater, Massachusetts with the Massachusetts State Firefighting Academy's Structural Collapse Rescue Technician Program. This program is 80 hours long and it provides the skills for a firefighter to be able to respond to a structural collapse incident in their city or town.
Structural collapse, everybody will think is huge parking garage collapse, catastrophic event, a 9/11. But for the local fire chiefs, it kind of correlates into if you have a house fire and parts of the building collapse.
Every technical rescue starts with that local level response. So that company officer and the firefighters, they're going to be the first ones responding to any kind of collapse. It doesn't have to be a large scale collapse. It can be a car into a building, it can be a gas explosion, anything like that.
The firefighters here learn skills that can be used for structural collapse, but also for other job responsibilities and aspects within their jobs, such as cribbing, motor vehicle accidents, and other things that may happen or they may experience in the fire service.
The skills that the students are learning here are definitely going to help the chiefs in their day-to-day operations to keep their members safe and to greater help the public at large.
These students here experience 80 hours of training of 8 days straight, 10 hours a day, and they learn the aspects of lifting and moving with hand power and also with crane. They learn everything about breaching and breaking to gain access to a patient, and they learn everything about shoring up a building to make it safe for entry and to get patients out in a safe manner.
What we're learning here with breaching, breaking, shoring, lifting and moving, using simple mechanics to do something as small as somebody stuck under a vehicle from a car accident, which is a very common occurrence, cars into buildings. So learning about the shoring and structural stability.
So I think a lot of people sign up for this class because they are predicting some kind of deployment of a big incident where you're going to use this information. However, I know that I could take this back to my department for my next tour on shift and be able to mitigate some of the hazards that we've seen in the class.
It's been a really great program. It's given me a very different perspective as a shift commander, as a chief officer responding to vehicle accident type stuff. Working with the heavy equipment like it gets talked about, but I wouldn't have had any idea how to actually facilitate and cause that to be an effective response if we brought it out. The few times where we've had to bring out stuff like that, we've literally had to step back completely out of the picture and let the tow company crane operators work because we were not equipped to interface with them, to know how to talk to them, know what we're asking for, understand their capabilities, abilities, and limitations.
To be able to size up an operation, to be able to identify the resources that you're going to need early on, and to be able to identify the amount of people that are going to be required to take on some of the tasks that you're going to be given is huge.
We always like to say we're always concerned about our safety as firefighters, and the KSAs that these students have learned are going to ensure that they're going to be able to operate safely, efficiently, and effectively in such a complex scenario.
The challenge is it's an 8-day program, 8 10-hour days, so it's a huge commitment to come down here and get this type of training. But the benefit is it's happening right in your backyard. Right now, for anybody to get this kind of training, you're probably going to have to travel out of state, go to Texas or go to Florida or any of those other programs that run this at the federal level. So this is right in your backyard, and we can offer that training at no cost to you. This is your fire academy. All you got to do is, it's your commitment of time. And we understand it's a large commitment, but the value that you get out of this is it just makes you a better firefighter when you go back to your departments, and should you encounter a structural collapse, you're better prepared.
We have students in this class from all over the state, Western Mass, from down Cape Cod, North Shore, all points in between.
Day one, we didn't know each other. I'm from Eastern Mass. I'm working with guys from Western Mass, Central Mass, Providence, Rhode Island, all over the place. Nobody talked to each other the first day. Day 8, we're best buddies. We know how to work with each other. The cohesiveness and the camaraderie that was brought together through this course and the hard work and seeing the product of the hard work is really the entire picture.
We wouldn't be where we are today without the support of DFS. The Marshal's office has been behind us 100% in this entire endeavor. The director of the Fire Academy and all the staff up there have been fantastic, really helping us along, getting us what we need, supporting us, working with us, understanding that this is a project that has been, we've been working on this for at least 3 to 5 years.
But it was awesome. The awesome program, tons of information, a lot to bring back. It's definitely something we're going to use. We'll be able to use the knowledge we got here for sure.